What's up, guys? This is Sonic Flash, and I'm going to show you how to do a P-Link or a car link and what that looks like on your stick. So let's get right to it. Okay, so in order to do a P-Link, you have to almost simultaneously hit two buttons at one time. So for example, if I was doing a Plink for the medium punch, I'd hit the medium punch button and the light punch button almost at the same time, except I'm going to try and slightly hit the medium punch button before. Okay, so it'll look just like this. That's all a Plink is. Okay, so if I was doing it for the heavy punch, I'd hit heavy punch and medium punch, and it'll look just like that. Okay, and just to give you guys a little background as to why this is possible, each button in the game, or each input, has priority, and some have more priority than others. So for example, the medium punch button has more priority than the light punch. Okay, so if I press both of them at the same time, like you do when you're doing a Plink, the medium punch is going to come out. Okay, and that's kind of why this is possible. Okay, so that's what a Plink looks like. Alright, just to say a little bit more about Plinking, it's not something that you have to do for your combos, but it's just something that when you get comfortable with, you can just implement it in your game where you feel comfortable. For example, I don't Plink one frame links in all combos that have them, but it's just some combos I feel more comfortable Plinking, some combos I don't feel comfortable Plinking. So you know, it's just something that you can incorporate in your game wherever you feel is best. Plinking is not character specific, so it doesn't just apply to Guile, but I play Guile, so that's why I'm showing you with him. But that's pretty much what the input is. It's for one frame links, which are the hardest links to hit in the game. That's why the technique was developed. I don't know who made it, but that's what Plinking is. So if you have any questions about it, just leave a comment on the vid. I'm going to show you guys a couple more combos with one frame links where Plinking can be useful, and then after that we're going to tackle the standing fierce punch into flash kick combo and how to do that. Okay guys, it's Sonic Flash again, here to go over one more thing with you. This time we're going to see the proper execution for the standing fierce punch into flash kick. Okay, so both methods, it's two ways of doing it, sorry. Both methods, you start off by charging, of course, because you need to charge for your flash kick. Okay, and the first method, okay. First method, you're going to manually move the stick up the gate just like you would do if you're doing a flash kick. Okay, the only thing you're going to add is when you get about halfway up the gate, you're going to press the fierce punch button so that you can get your standing fierce punch to come out. Okay, so it'll be halfway, standing fierce, and then when you get all the way up to the top, you're going to press your kick button. Okay, so just to go over that again, charge, move it up about halfway, fierce punch. When you get to the top, press your kick button. Okay, that's the first way. Second way, which I do, and I think is a little more accurate on a stick, is to charge down, okay, and release the stick and let it manually go to neutral by itself, just like that. And when it gets to neutral, you press your fierce punch button for your standing fierce, and then you just move the stick on up to up forward or up back or whatever's comfortable, and you press your kick button once you get to the top. Okay, and so pretty much for this method, you're letting the stick do half the work for you, which is why I think it's a little more accurate. So to cover that again, you go charge down, back, release, fierce punch at neutral, and go up for your kick button. Okay, and you probably should be using the heavy kick button because that's the more damage. But that's the execution for the standing fierce punch into flash kick. If you have any questions on anything concerning it, just leave a comment on the vid.